right, shalom, 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 laha mabachor shal yashor Allah, shal abi Yahweh bahasham Yahweh Shai. Shalom, 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 shalom to all of you. Shalom to the elect of Yahweh bahasham Yahweh Shai. Starting with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each of the tribes, into the innumerable multitude of the one-third remnant of men, women, and children that Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is going to have mercy upon in these latter days in which we are in the beginning stages of. All right. Shalom to all of you. Before we get started with this lesson, all right, we're going to face the east and give the much due all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha Rachat Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim, Barak Atha Yahweh, Barak Atha Yahweh Shai, Barak Atha Yahweh, Barak Atha Yahweh Shai, Barak Atha Yahweh, Barak Atha Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha Rachat Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim, Kol Halayom La Abanawa, Alahayanawa Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Waha Rachat Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim. All right. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's name, who the world calls God, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, which means he is, he exists, he to be, the existing one. Bahashem in the name, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly and incorrectly calls Jesus Christ, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves, he delivers, he is the savior for the nation of Yashar Allah in general, but only for the elect, the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each tribe, to the innumerable multitude of the one-third remnant of men, women, and children, and to these speckled birds that are in the midst of these heathen nations, all right, that look like the heathens, but that are a Hebrew Israelite due to the seed and pedigree of their father, all right? That is it. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is only coming for the elect, the remnant, all right? Bahashem in the name, Waha Rachak Wadash Shabbat Shemayim, and the Holy Spirit, which art in heaven. All right. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, GMS, that taught me this truth and that rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad. For you, sincere Akim, Wa'akwath, you sincere brothers and few amounts of sincere sisters that are tuned into this lesson. I brought this out that this lesson is edifying and exhorting unto you, straight to the point and plain upon the tables. All right. I'm your brother, I'm Nawa Allah, representing warriors for Yahweh Shai, out here in Houston, Texas, 77089, all right? And the topic, as always, is a biblical prophecy, all right, coming into fruition, all right? So without further ado, we're going to dive right into this, all right, and bring this forth. I brought this out, this lesson's edifying, all right? So you see there on the title, it says, Government Shutdown Update. The end has come, all right? The end has come, all right? So we're going to read this article. The link to this article is in the description box. Take heed to it at your leisure. All right, we're going to go into this a little bit. All right, bring forth some key parts, all right, key component parts that are in this article that are truly going to be of an effect to the people in the world when this happens, all right? Because people keep saying, oh, it's if it happens, but look, at the end of the day, you never know, all right? It could happen literally on that day that they're saying, or even sooner, all right? But apparently this Friday at midnight, everything is about to stop. All right. Everything is about to stop. And I'm talking about work-wise and government-affiliated things, you know, via your benefits and all these things. All right. We're going to go through the motion of these. All right. So the title says, here's what to know if a partial government shutdown goes into effect. All right. It says Congress is scrambling to lock in a plan to keep several key government agencies funded before a Friday deadline, or risk a partial government shutdown that, among having other impacts, could eventually affect food assistance for millions. All right. And this is about to be across the board in America, Babylon the Great. All right. Across America, Babylon the Great. This will affect you, all right? Now listen closely. It says funding for the agencies, about 20% of the government would run out on Friday night. Come on, man. Friday night. And 1 week later, on March 8th, funds for the other 80% of the government agencies also would expire if Congress fails to act. All right. And right now, in the House of Representatives, right, they are not on one accord. They are constantly bickering back and forth. You got the Republican Party and you got the Democratic Party constantly going back and forth for the Ukraine spending bill that they want to have to put money towards them to protect them or whatever the hell they got going on. And then you got that the migrant crisis. One party wants to help, one party says fuck it. So they're not on the same on the same agenda. They're not on one accord. All right. So this goes to show you that scripture in the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 24 through 26, if I'm not mistaken, round about that area. All right, where it tells you that if a house be divided against itself, all right, that house cannot stand. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, look, you already got your so-called rulers of this world or of America, Babylon the Great. They're not even on one accord. So guess what? The repercussions of that is going to trickle down to the people, man. It's going to trickle down to the people. But we're not in the last days, though, right? Let's keep going down. We're going to get more crucial information. Bear with me. Okay. It says, which agencies would be affected in the shutdown? If Congress cannot strike a deal funding the Department of Agriculture, listen, that's one, energy, transportation, housing and urban development, veteran affairs, including military construction, will all expire Friday night. Let's go through that one more time. If Congress cannot strike a deal funding the agriculture department, right, which is what? Your food production, your farming, right? What does that go to show you? The scriptures talk about what? The famine, right? You're not going to be able to get your food benefits via what? WIC, SNAP, EBT, all these things, all right? These things are all going to be affected. It says energy, right? Your electricity, that's going to be canceled out. Transportation, all right? Which when you go into this is going into the railroad system and the aviation system. So, the airplanes and shit. Housing and urban development, housing for people. In other words, HUD, right? You got the HUD that's going to be affected by this. Veteran affairs, right? The veterans that served Esau in his military before, me being one of them, all right, and a multitude of brothers that I know that were also combat veterans as well, all right. Veteran affairs, your VA benefits, all right, your money that you get constantly a month from the government because you got injured in service, right? All these things are going to be affected, and even in the military itself, people that are actually active duty right now, including military construction, will be expired by Friday. All right, you can't make this up, man. All right, but wait, there's more. Let me get to this. What would happen to workers, all right, to workers during a government shutdown? It says a shutdown means workers at those agencies who aren't deemed, who are not deemed essential would have to stop working and or be furloughed. If I'm not mistaken, that's how that is pronounced. We're going to get into that word. All right. Furloughed goes into of a worker suspended or discharged from a job, especially temporarily, on account of economic conditions or shortages of work. Let's read that one more time now. What would happen if the workers on a government shutdown? It says the shutdown means workers at those agencies that are not deemed essential personnel would have to stop working and be furloughed, meaning what? Suspended from work. They're not going to be able to work anymore. Employees in essential roles, it says employees in essential roles would be required to work without pay. Without pay. All right? Oh shit, I didn't see you, brother. Slakia. Shalom, Yahweh Shemiel Shai Barakatah. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to everybody on the comment board. Yahweh Shemiel Shai Barakatah. All right? Employees in that specific role. All right, so look, you have to understand when this happens, when this government shutdown happens, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's a matter of when. When it does happen, a multitude of people are going to be affected. All right, people are going to be affected. Nobody's going to be able to have the means to do anything anymore. I'm trying to get to this. It's a long article. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, so it goes into the categories of who's going to be affected in these agencies and programs that are going to be affected. Listen to this. This is the first one. It says, what about food assistance programs? Who is the one that's always having food assistance programs that they under? Our women, you Negro, Latino, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indian women, you Hebrew Israelite women, all right? It says, what programs would food assistant, what about food assistant programs? Like 2 major food assistant programs under the Department of Agriculture, right, which is your farming, your food production, processing in general, right, could be affected by long-term shutdown. It says the Special Supplement Food Program for women. You don't see it says men in there. It says for women, infants, and children, known as WIC, W-I-C, helps feed nearly 7 million at risk low-income women, infants, and children, and is funded through March under a current continuing resolution. Funds won't dry up right away, but an enrollment surge of about 400,000 last year could mean waitlist increases if funds stay flat. All right, so in other words, WIC is going to be affected, man. WIC is going to be affected. What else? SNAP, the Supplement Nutrition Assistance Program, Slovakia, also known as SNAP, had an average monthly participation in approximately 42 million individuals in 2023. The USDA acted to ensure the SNAP participants would get their March assistance, but is going to run out eventually. So by March, or by the ending of March, all right, you're going to have some problems, all right? Moving over into Veteran Affairs. It says VA benefits will still be available, but there's a but. Government agencies have contingency plans in place should a shutdown occur. Some involved furloughs, right, which is what the reduction of people or the suspension of workers, right, or reduction of services, all right, especially what? Your local law enforcement, your municipalities, right? Your local law enforcement, those numbers are going to be greatly reduced. The military is about to be greatly reduced. And they're talking about if you are active duty military, right, you're going to have to work without pay. I've been through that. When I was overseas, we had a government shutdown, if I'm not mistaken, 2018, 2019. I was deployed at the time. And guess what? Literally, we had a government shutdown. I wasn't getting paid for like 3 months. 3 months. Even the people that were on the military base itself, the Kuwaitis, you know, the Afghanis, all those people, they're on the base where I was, and there were government contractors, right? To what? To feed the soldiers on the base, because they were the cooking people, right? That get paid by the government contractor people, right? They weren't getting paid, and they said that they weren't going to show up to work, regardless if they're supposed to cook for the soldiers. So most of the time, while I was overseas, we were eating those meals ready to eat. It's called an MRE, where you open up a little plastic bag and you got a multitude of shit in there to help you or to keep you sustained. All right. These things are truly going to be a crucial part in this government shutdown. People don't understand it. It's not just government agencies that are going to be affected, but it's going to be a multitude of civilian things that are in the world that people have as benefits. All right. I named some of them: WIC, SNAP, EBT, even child support and HUD, housing assistance, man. All these are about to be affected. All right. And it's about to be real bad for everybody across the board in America, Babylon the Great. Right. It says with Veteran Affairs, about 17,800 employees would be furloughed. In other words, suspended from work or put to the side temporarily, they say. And about 441,000 would be retained and paid thanks to advance appropriation. Veterans' medical care would still be available, even in the event of the shutdown. Other benefits would continue to process and deliver, including compensation, pension, education, housing, and benefits. All right, it says, however, we would not be able to conduct most outreach to veterans. Our public-facing regional offices would be closed, and many regular operations like career counseling, transition assistance, and cemetery ground maintenance would not be available. It says also what's also going to be affected? Transportation. Key transportation operations would continue in a shutdown, but some services and employees would be affected. If you hear what it's saying, it's talking about a multitude of employees being affected, meaning there's going to be a lot of job loss, which is ultimately going to stir up strife in America, Babylon the Great, by means of these people that are getting laid off from work because they don't have the funds to pay these people anymore. And then people are saying that if you are of an essential personnel, you're gonna have to work, but you're not gonna get paid though. So this is definitely gonna cause a very big, strife against the government. Evil eyes for the government. People are gonna be like, yo, I'm not gonna come to work if I'm not getting fucking paid. Especially these cops, these damn cops. They're not gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna go protect and serve the people, even though I'm not getting paid. Fuck it. No, they're not gonna do that, because they're gonna. Meanwhile, they already know, like, okay, well, some sort of riots might start out if this happens, and I'm not gonna be in the midst of that shit, especially if I'm not gonna get paid. That's how it's about to get real bad out here. All right. Moving over into transportation, it says key transportation operations would continue during a shutdown, but certain employees would be affected. Roughly 16,600 and even more, 45,000 Federal Aviation Administration employees are expected to be furloughed in a shutdown, right? Suspended from work or temporarily, laid off, they say. Agencies officials say. Another 400 Federal Railroad Administration employees are expected to be furloughed as well. TSA officers would continue to work, but without pay. However, with potentially fewer on duty, the White House has warned of possible longer wait time. Salakia. Esau fucking with the feed. It is what it is. The word must go out anyway, regardless. So, Baratazai, you brothers and sisters can hear me. All right. So I'm gonna read that section one more time again. It says, TSA officers would continue to work without pay. However, with potentially fewer on duty, the White House has warned of possible longer wait times for travelers, as was the case in previous shutdowns. All right, and I can definitely attest to that too, because at the end of the day, when I was overseas, we weren't able to get a charter flight back from the overseas to the United States to go back to Fort Hood, Texas. All right, we weren't able to get a flight. So this goes to show you this is about to happen again. All right, and a lot of people are about to get very, very upset. All right. Okay, Kanye, Tawada. Esau fucking butthurt, man, exposing this shit. Okay, let's see. Rental assistance not immediately at risk, but at risk. It says rental assistance programs, which served 4.5 million households, would not immediately be affected by the shutdown since they are funded through April, said HUD deputy. It says, but a shutdown would greatly delay the distribution of HUD grants to communities across the country across America, Babylon the Great, possibly cause problems in counties and cities and towns. In other words, uproars and uprisings of the people, sedition among men, because people need a place to stay, and if their HUD, how should I say, like application is being, delayed. All right, people are gonna get, out of their wits for that shit. They're gonna be like, look, man, something's gotta happen, blah blah blah. They're gonna probably mob the damn place. All right, sedition among men, uproars of the people. All right, this is about to be made manifest by something like this, man, potentially by a government shutdown. And usually what happens when a partial government shutdown happens, they initiate a full-fledged government shutdown, if I'm not mistaken, a week later. All right, that's why it said April 8th. Let's actually read that really quickly back in this article. Bear with me. I don't know where exactly where I read it, what part, but I know a week later is when they'll technically initiate a full-fledged government shutdown, where the government won't be able to be reached for anything. And the simple things, the things that I've already mentioned, non-essential personnel would be laid off from work. Nobody's gonna be able to work. All right, that and the people that are essential personnel, they would have to work, but without pay. All right, this is going to cause a lot of strife and division in America, Babylon the Great, because it's coming from the top first. All right, you got your damn Democratic Party and your Republican Party not on the same accord at all, and they're not able to bring forth any spending bills. That bar partition spending bill that they're supposed to bring forth, that's not even put in the works yet. All right, they're constantly arguing about, getting a spending bill for Ukraine to assist in the war effort out there, and also a spending bill to help something with the migrant crisis. All right, so a lot of things are clashing in the House of Representatives right now. Ultimately, leading to a government shutdown, which is going to affect everybody else across the board in America, Babylon the Great. All right, so without further ado, we're going to dive right into these scriptures and bring this forth. All right, bring this forth. This is edifying and exhorting unto you, straight to the point and plain upon the tables. All right. So we're going to get the book of Ezekiel. Bear with me. The book of Ezekiel. All right, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verses 5 through 6. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai power, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. All right. And then, you got that little cliff note that says it watcheth against thee. All right. So look, you have to understand, we are truly in the beginning stages of the latter end of this eon that we're in. All right. The age, the era of wickedness that we are in the midst of right now, currently living in. All right. By means of, the oppressive ruler, Esau Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man. All right. It's the end of his rulership. And we see it, being made manifest as we speak. All right. Day in, day out, we see small, gradual increases of biblical prophecies that are tearing down the wicked foundation of America, Babylon the Great, as we speak. All right. We see it. That word end goes into Strong's H7093, Quatazah, which goes into uttermost, border end, at the end of time, the greatest extent of, or this is the best. All right. So Esau had his best rule. All right. He had his rule already. And guess what? It's coming to an end now. Just like all the, the rulerships that have came, strived, prospered. Ultimately, what happened? They all fall. Right. They've fallen in the past. All right. Nothing new is under the sun. At some point, America, Babylon the Great, is going to fall and fold and be destroyed. Ultimately, because it is prophesied to. All right. It is biblical prophecy for America, to be destroyed in the scriptures by means of thermonuclear missiles from all these other nations that bendeth the bowman. All right. So we see the beginning stages of this wicked ass rulership coming to an end. All right, let's get this in 2 Timothy. There, 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days, right, in these end times which we are living in, perilous times shall come. Perilous going into what? The Greek Strong's G5467, chalepos. All right, chalepos, which goes into difficult, i.e., dangerous, fierce, hard to bear, troublesome, or savage. All right, savage, troublesome, gruesome times we are truly entering into the beginning stages of. All right, the Google definition for perilous is full of danger or risk, hazardous, unsafe, risky, and treacherous. All right, that is the times we are truly entering into, man. All right, especially when this government shutdown is made, in full effect, or is put in full effect. Right, what's going to happen is very dangerous, perilous times because people are going to be uproaring out here. One, they're not able to get their money no more. They're not able to get their WIC, their SNAP, their EBT, their child support, the HUD. They're not able to get none of these, government assistance anymore. All right, which is going to cause a lot of rioting. All right, sedition among men. All right, people out of their wits. All right, running rampant in the streets, doing some crazy ass shit, man. All because they're not able to have their normal life again, or so-called normal life in America, Babylon the Great, by means of the benefits that they receive from Esau Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man. All right. So let's get this in the book of 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1 through 6. All right, bear with me. All right. The book of 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verses 1 through 6, straight to the point. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. All right, the time which we are in. All right, we use these scriptures as a measuring stick to be able to compare these modern day and current events with the scriptures to see what, where we at in biblical prophecy. All right, and that is how we are able to measure the times diligently in itself. All right, with the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, right, listen up. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. All right, these earthquakes, right, these planetary shakings, right, that are happening in many parts of the world, right, and also goes into commotions, right, also uproars of the people in the world, these protests, right, in the world. It says, then shall thou well understand that the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right. So in other words, this was inevitable. We are truly just seeing the inevitable come to pass. All right. We're just really watching it play out upon the earth right now. All right. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Effects and signs. That's what we're truly able to see right now. The effects and signs of this wicked ass rulership coming to an end, man. All right, we see it, right? We definitely see it, and it is truly going to be made manifest even more and more as the days get prolonged, as the days go forth. All right. Beautiful times to be able to witness biblical prophecy coming into fruition, right? This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. All right, we are to what? Watch for these biblical prophecies to come to pass. All right, watch for these biblical prophecies to come to pass, and also be what? Sober spiritually, physically, and mentally. Constantly watching for these prophetic events to come into fruition, and constantly praying that we are that we are accounted worthy, that we are found worthy to escape all the said perils that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is about to bring forth upon the earth, man. All right, that is what we are able. That's what we are supposed to be doing. All right, being sober-minded spiritually, physically, and mentally, watching for these prophetic events to come to pass. Being a watchman, right? Let's see. Let's also grab the book of Mark. All right, since within the article, it was also saying how that the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are not able to come into one agreement, right? In other words, they're not on one accord anymore, right? Since they can't do that, they have to shut down the government. But they're saying that if they're able to come into agreement, then it could potentially be avoided. But then there's portions of the article where it says, but there isn't no for sure thing, blah, blah, blah. They don't seem to be eye to eye. And apparently one of the damn senators himself actually stormed out of the room of the conference. They were trying to actually swindle him to be okay and be on board, but he was done with it. That just goes to show you, man, look, Esau, bro, his own fucking people that are ruling this world, look, they're at each other's throats. They don't even want to, be in the same room. They're storming out of freaking meetings and shit, at a gatherings in the damn White House. They're just storming out. That's how look, the house is truly starting to be divided, man. All right. And once it's happening in the House of Representatives, it just trickles down to America, Babylon the Great, where this place is just going to fall into chaos, man. All right. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verses 24 through 26. All right. We're also going to grab this in the NLT as well. It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. All right. Really quickly, we're going to go into the NLT. All right. NLT of the book of Mark. All right. The book of Mark, chapter 3, verses 24 through 26 in the New Living Translation. It says, okay. A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. Similarly, a family splintered by feuding will fall apart. And if Satan is divided in fights against himself, how can he stand? He would never survive. All right. So look, you have to understand that this is what's truly being made manifest. Also, you see that, at the border here in Texas, the southern border here in Texas, right? That Greg Abbott is in totality against Joe Button's freaking legislation that he pushed out. All right. So look, these things are signs that America is truly fallen, because you got the damn leaders within America, Babylon the Great, are having evil eyes for one another, and they're all part of the same shit. It's either they're all, congressmen, senators, people that are of high political stature. They're looking at each other like, man, fuck you. I don't agree with that. My side, we're gonna say no to that, and they're constantly bickering back and forth. That's why they're not able to pass any legislative laws to prevent this damn government shutdown. But rightfully so, man. We want this place to collapse already. We want this place to be through and have chaos happen out here, because the faster Jacob's trouble is made manifest, the faster we get to get the fuck up out of America, Babylon the Great. All right, simple. And Lord willing, we'll be able to elect to be, taken out of America, Babylon the Great, when those missiles and nukes start flying over here to destroy this bitch. The great whore that sitteth upon many waters, America, man, here in the Western Hemisphere. All right. So going back into the KJV, or going into the book of Isaiah, right? All these scriptures are literally going into what the article was stating, all right? So it says that a multitude of people are going to lose their jobs, especially non-essential personnel, all right? The ones that are essential, they're going to have to go into work and not be paid. You see, they got the non-essential personnel that are just going to be laid off. So, hey, look, the scriptures tell you what, there's not going to be any work in Egypt, right? Egypt, America, Babylon the Great. Egypt just goes into bondage. All right. This is where we are held captive, bondage in America, Babylon the Great. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. All right. Chapter 19 in verse 15, straight to the point. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, right? As I've said before, Egypt goes into bondage, right? Which we are held captive at in America, Babylon the Great, right? Bondage, right? Because America, Babylon the Great is known as what? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right? It says, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Head and tail. Head, upper class, upper working class. Tail, lower working class. No one in these social class statuses are going to be able to have work, man. All right, because they're saying that people are going to have to be furloughed, which goes into being suspended or temporarily, laid off. Which that's bullshit. How can you be temporarily laid off, not getting paid? I mean, shit, you technically fired. You're not getting no money. You're not getting any benefits from the damn job itself, right? You technically fired. They say, oh, but that's a temporary thing. You can come back when everything's back together. Hell no, that's not going to happen, man. All right, this is going to cause great strife, great division in America, Babylon the Great. All right, it's already happening. It's already happening at the governing level of your leaders. All right, how much more so down to the masses of the people? All right, that live in America, Babylon the Great, that literally take heed to these damn rulers and what they fucking say. All right, they're gonna be mad as hell. All right, people are going to be running rampant out here. All right, Jacob's trouble is truly about to be made manifest real soon. All right, nobody's about to have work. Let's get the precept to that. It's in the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 14. It says, therefore, right? Therefore, right? The book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 14. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day. All right. So look, it doesn't matter if you was a CEO, right, or an entry-level position worker in America, Babylon the Great, as a Hebrew Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic, Native and Seminole Indian. All right. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai said he's going to cut that off in one fucking day, man. All right. Nobody's going to be able to have work out here. All right. And due to this damn government shutdown, look, a lot of people are going to be in totality affected by this. All right. A lot of people. All right. Especially primarily you women. All right. You single independent women. All right. WIC is going to be affected. SNAP is going to be affected. EBT, child support, and HUD is going to be affected. All right. What do you not see that's not going to happen? All right. Because this place is truly falling down, man. It's folding right before the eyes of the people. All right. You're going to be the main ones out here, held in derision, in mockery, because we was warning you about this. We was telling you, look, America, Babylon the Great is going to be, it's about to fold. It's about to collapse. The foundation's unstable. It's on rocky grounds right now, shaky grounds. All right. Warning you via our elders and apostles on down to us at the lowest level. We've been telling you for a very long time that this place, it just had its days numbered. All right. And it's soon to come to pass. It is going to fold. Just like all the rulerships in the past, man. Read Romans 15:4. The things that are written aforetime, written for our learning. Right? That us through patience of the scriptures and comfort of the scriptures, Salakia, that we might have hope. All right. Every time what happened? A rulership was brought forth, right? It ruled, it prospered, and it fell down by means of what? War, pestilence, famine, teeth of wild beast, right? Same thing is about to happen. They're saying that when this government shutdown happens, food, agricultural departments are going to be affected, man. Agricultural departments, meaning what? Your food, your farming production, getting your food here. That's going to be affected. Transportation, all right? Your railroad systems that deliver most of the stuff here, right? Your damn 18-wheeler companies, right? Your truck drivers, that's going to be affected. Your aviation, flying stuff from other countries is going to be affected, all right? Or a multitude of delays are going to be made manifest, which is ultimately going to affect the masses of the people, all right? Come on, man. We are truly in the beginning stages of the latter end of this wicked rulership, man, all right? We see it. We see it. And it's only going to get worse from here on out, all right? It's only going to get worse. Let's also grab the book of Isaiah, right? Chapter 32, verses 9 through 11, all right? Bear with me right here. All right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verses 9 through 11, all right? Listen up. Rise. Damn, Salakia, brothers and sisters. Esau fucking with defeat again. All right. As soon as I want to read the scripture, he got all butthurt. All right. But I'm assuming y'all didn't hear, so we're going to read the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verses 9 through 11. All right. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Starting with, starting in America, Babylon the Great first and foremost, and all the people that come in the vibration of America, Babylon the Great itself. Good brother Khan, the water. Yahweh Shai Barakatah. All right. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. All right. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. All right. Give ear unto whose speech? Yahweh Shai's speech. Via what? Who? Us servants, the prophets that are out here on the highways and hedges warning you about these forthcoming calamities that are soon to come to pass. Right. Give ear unto this speech. In other words, hearken unto this word, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Scriptures. All right. Which is truly exposing what's happening out here, man. Everything that you see happening out here, look, it's all in here. Why? You go to read Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9, and read the precept, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. And both of those, in a nutshell, basically tell you what? That everything that we're seeing now has happened before. Everything that is about to happen in the future has happened before. Nothing new is under the sun. Yahweh Shai has these things merely repeat itself, right? Meaning what? History merely repeats itself, right? So you are to hear what we have to say about these dangers that are about to come, and it behooves you to hearken before it's too late, right? Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Your amenities, right? Your benefits, right? What are some of those benefits that are about to be affected by the government shutdown, right? Let's see. WIC, SNAP, EBT, child support, and HUD, man. All of these things are about to be affected. Guess what? You're not going to be able to do anything. You're not going to have any of your benefits. You're not going to be able to go get abroad, get your nails done, use this man to go get this, get child support and all this shit for the month, be A-okay, be able to, have your housing straight, go to the damn store and use your EBT card, right? You're not going to be able to do none of that shit, man. All right? All these things are about to fail. It's about to fail. And they're talking about Friday at midnight. It's about to fail. Boom. Suddenly, in one day, you're not going to have nothing. All right. And that goes for all of us. All right. All of us are going to be affected. All right. Verse 11, tremble, ye women that are at ease. All right. In a very eased state of mind. Complacent. Right. It says, tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you bare. Right. Strip ye and make ye bare. And gird sackcloth upon your loins. In other words, look, prepare to catch hell, because it is about to get in totality worse from the things that you see right now. All right. It's about to get way worse in the near future. All right. All right. Prepare yourself for hell. All trials and tribulations are about to be made manifest against you, man. All right. You women and everybody else too, but primarily you women. All right. Because you're the ones that benefit off of all these assistance, all these beneficial assistance that come from the government, man. Y'all are the only ones that benefit from that shit. All right, not us. All right. So let's keep moving. Let's get the book of 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verses 14 on down. All right. Talking about the sedition among men, because this is ultimately going to bring this forth, man. All right. And mind you, I'm not saying that sedition among men is going to happen Friday night. Oh my God. You see all this chaotic shit. No, I'm just saying that this could be a stepping stone. All right. This article, right. It could be a, how should I say, a contributing factor to the things that are about to be made manifest that the scriptures speak of, sedition among men, all right? All these prophetic events, the said perils that are soon to come to pass, all right? Disclaimer. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, or it's like chapter 15, verses 14 on down to 19. It says, woe to the world and to them that dwell therein, all right? The inhabitants. Woe goes into destruction, right? Calamity, chaos. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right. This is talking about what? The modern day sword is what? The modern day gun. A multitude of people are going to have swords in their hands, right? Guns in their hands, committing or bringing forth what? Civil war, killing one another, right? People are going to go into what? One another's houses to invade, spoil, right? pillage whatever they have, their goods, right? The scriptures talk about these things, man. It says, for what? For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Simple. Sedition goes into conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. All right, similar terms. Incitement to riot or rebellion, revolt, insurrection, insurgency, civil disorder, or unrest, man. All right, this is what's about to be made manifest out here, especially when you fuck with the people's money, man. When you fuck with their benefits, when you fuck with their food, all right? Especially primarily who? Our people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, us Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, it's about to get real fucking bad for y'all. If y'all don't got Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai supplement you, we're dealing with you at all, man. All right, if you haven't come into his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in a truthful, sincere manner, and serving Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai in all, truth, sincerity, fear, and trembling, all right, it's about to be real bad for you, man. All right? It's about to be real bad because it says invading one another. All right, people are going to be invading one another, going into your house, man, into your personal space, invading you, taking your goods, spoiling your shit, right? All these things, they're going to be plundering all your shit. Why? Because there's a lack of bread out here, right? Let's keep reading. It says, they shall not regard, meaning what? To take into consideration, right? They shall not regard their kings, the rulers, the leaders, right? And nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, right? The princes goes into what? Your actual military, your local law enforcement agencies, right? The municipalities out here, right? And all these, across America, Babylon the Great in general, right? People are not gonna fucking give a fuck about these damn law enforcement agencies, these damn, the military, the damn, the rulers that are at large right now, your congressmen, your damn senators. People are not gonna give a fuck. The president, they're like, man, fuck that, all right? Lucky for the vulgar language, but this, making a point. This is how the minds of the people are going to react in such a time of great trials and tribulation, man. All right? They're not going to have any care for anybody in the world. What does the scripture say? It says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, right? Meaning what? A lot of people are going to fucking have evil eyes for one another, right? It states that in what? Matthew 24:12, if I'm not mistaken, right? And the precept for that is in 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 2, where it says, and iniquity shall be increased above that which thou seest, or which thou now seest, and or what thou hast heard long ago. Roughly paraphrasing, right? You're going to see shit that is going to far exceed the shit that we have seen and heard in the past and in the ancient days, the things that are written, and the shit that we see in this present moment, in this present day and age right now. All right? Both of those times together in one, all right? The time to come is going to exceed both of those, man. It's about to be that bad. All right? That's terrifying. That should go to show you that literally Matthew 24:21 is so heavy, man. All right, it's going to be a time like never before and never shall be, man. A time of great trials and tribulation. All right. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Man, nobody's going to be like, hey, look, you need to stop doing that. No, look, what they're going to do, what these people are going to do, when they go invade people's houses, nobody's going to say they can't do that because, look, it's going to be a very lawless society out here anyway. All right, at that very moment, at that time. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. All right, a multitude of things can happen. All right, you got your damn roadways blocked off by, martial law troops, UN troops, GOV.T troops, whoever they may be. All right, or, a mass influx of vehicles that have a mass influx of vehicles that crashed into a pileup that you're not able to exit certain cities. Right, it's like a clogged artery. Blood is not able to pass through anymore. So therefore, what? Right, you can undergo catastrophic heart failure, right? Same thing. A lot of people are going to be destroyed in the cities because they're not able to leave, all right? Or you have to have a certain credential. You need certain credentials to be able to leave and go into the next city. You potentially need what? The micro C here, right? I'm not saying any of these things, are within the scriptures, but these things could be potential reasons why you're not going to be able to go out of the city, all right? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. All right. A plethora of things can happen. All right. It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. Right. So-called tough niggas that are in the world, gangsters, hoodlums, you so-called, military mighty men in this world, right? Y'all going to be afraid at the things that you're truly being able to witness that are happening in the earth, man. All right, it's going to be very perilous to you. All right, treacherous. All right, you're going to be put in uttermost fear, petrified at these things that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is making manifest upon the earth, man. All right. The God of all that is and all that exists is making these things happen. All right. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, right? With what? The modern day gun. Constantly fucking shooting at people if they're, going into their houses, shooting, whatever it may be, right? It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. That word spoil goes into what? Diminish or destroy. Goods stolen or taken forcibly from a person or place. Plunder, loot, ill-gotten goods. All right, that is what's about to happen. All right, a lot of plundering, a lot of looting is going to be made manifest out here because look, people are not able to get what? The things that they need to survive here anymore. People are not going to be able to make ends meet by making money, right? You're not going to be able to work anymore. People are not going to be able to get what? Food to provide for their families, right? All these things are contributing factors of what? The end of this wicked ass world, all right? Truly the beginning stages of the latter end of America, Babylon the Great, man. All right? Simple. All right? That great tribulation is talking about Jacob's trouble, man. All right? Jacob's trouble. Let's get this in the book of Second Ezra 16, all right? Verses 18 through 19. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famines, right? Because did not the article talk about how the Department of Agriculture is going to be in totality affected by what? The partial government shutdown. And then obviously 7 days later, right? Which would make it March 8th, they have to commence a full government lockdown or shutdown, all right? That's just the process of these things, right? But they don't tell you that. This is the beginning of mournings and great death, most likely. The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. People are not going to be able to eat, all right? Famine goes into a lack of. Catch me slipping, man. Esau, wild, man. Cutting the feet. We're gonna read it again. Don't worry. The book of Second Ezra, chapter 16, verses 18 through 19. The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings. The beginnings of famines and great death. All right. The beginnings of wars. Right. Civil war, race wars, World War III overseas. Right. All these things. Right. And the power shall stand in fear. The beginnings of evils. What shall I do when these evils come? It says, behold, famine, the scarcity, the shortage, the lack of sustenance, nourishment to your body, right? By means of what? Food. And plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. All right. That word amendment goes into a minor change or addition designed to improve a text or piece of legislation, all right? Similar terms, revision, alter, change, reform, or modify, all right? Yahweh Shai is bringing these plagues, right? Famine, plagues, tribulation, anguish, for what? For the revision of the world to come, all right? He's bringing this place down by means of all these prophetic events to what? To reshape the world to come, to be able to what? Usher in a era of righteousness, man. But first, this place has to go out by means of what? All these things, all these great trials and tribulations, all right? Famine, pestilences, wars, all right? When this place is brought to naught and the fucking missiles obliterate the foundation of America, Babylon the Great, all right? And, Lord willing, will be of the elect. Yahweh Shai comes, redeems us. We take over the planet, put everybody in slavery, subject them into slavery. All right, that's when the remodification is going to happen of earth. All right, because now the righteous rulers are made manifest and are here to take the earth and rule it in righteousness for eternity. All right. This word scourge goes into cause of great suffering too, which means what? Afflict, plague, torment, curse, or punish. All right. So all these things that we mentioned in the scriptures, all right, are sent as punishments all right? Punishments to the masses of the people, but primarily who? 2/3 of our nation, Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, man, all right? Hebrew Israelites that do not want to turn to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, all these things are punishments for you, all right, or unto you, all right? And to this wicked ass world that is ruled under the oppressive rulers, the Edomites, the so-called self-proclaimed white people, all right? Starting with Esau Edom himself, the damn white man, all right? So due to the, all these things that are happening, right? Due to these things that are written in the scriptures and what's being said in the article, right? Could potentially bring forth what? Great death, right? Did we not read it in here? It says the beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death, all right? Look what the book of Jeremiah chapter 25 and 33 says, all right? Because this is all done by means of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? The book of Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 33. It says, and the slain of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even to the other end of the earth, and they shall not be lamented, right? Who? The bodies. Nobody's going to be able to comfort these bodies, and nobody's going to be able to send up prayers and pray, oh my goodness, this is not going to be like that, all right? It says, neither are they going to be buried. They shall be dung upon the earth. In other words, what? Dung goes into shit, right? Rubbish. Your body's going to be laid out as a normality across the four winds of the earth, man. From one end of the earth to the other end of the earth, man. All right, look, it's about to be that bad. Yahweh Shai is truly about to bring a sword, man, like the scripture says. It says, think that I come to bring peace, but I say nay, but a sword, roughly paraphrasing. Let's actually get that really quickly. I don't want to butcher the scripture, man. Let me see. Think that I come to, I'm not mistaken, be worded like that. Okay. Okay, Khan, yep, Matthew 10 and 34. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth, but I come not to send peace, but a sword. All right. This is what's happening right now, man. America, Babylon the Great is truly being torn apart. All right, by means of what? These prophetic events coming to pass. Right. Yahweh Shai is truly causing division and people being separated, and people not being on one accord anymore. And truly, at some point, people are going to have evil eyes for one another, man. Because look, they're going to be like, well, you got it, but I don't. Because remember, still certain personnel are still going to be taken care of in the government shutdown. But you're going to have multitude of people that are not taken care of. All right, there's more people that are not going to be taken care of in America, Babylon the Great when this government shutdown happens than people that are going to be taken care of, man. All right, and these people are going to be looking at these people that are taken care of by the government like, yo, you're still able to get food, bro. You're still able to get this, that, and the third, But I'm struggling. I got kids. I got this. I got that. I got to deal with this. You don't. They're gonna be like, literally, run your shit. Give me this. Give me that. Go up in their crib. Ain't gonna be no talking. Boom. Take your shit. They're gonna come in there with groups of people, man. The sedition among men. It's about to get that bad out here, man. All right, and that could potentially happen because of a government shutdown is in effect, man. All right. Simple. It's about to get real bad upon the earth. All right. Grievous times we are truly entering into, man. All right. But that's all the scriptures that I did want to bring out. All right. Behoove you to take heed to the article. The link is in the description. Take heed to it at your leisure. All right. We're going to shut this lesson down by facing the east and giving the much due all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachak, Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim. All right. Double honors to the elders and apostles and bishops of Great Millstone GMS that taught us this truth and that rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad. For you sincere Akim, Wa Aqua, you sincere brothers and few amounts of sincere sisters that tuned into this lesson. I brought this out that this lesson was edifying and exhorting unto you. Straight to the point and playing upon the tables. All right. I'm your brother. I'm Nawa Allah, representing Warriors for Yahweh Shai out here in Houston, Texas, 77089. All right. So without further ado, we're going to shut it down. Yahweh Shai Barak. All right. Shalom.